You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
First of all, congratulations to your greatness. Continue to represent this country the way that you did. Major props to you. I'm sure he's a good brother and the whole bit. He just came across as flagrantly ignorant, and that needs to be said.
That was very nice. That was very nice. We did it to you?
The NBA has established itself as a global iconic brand. Arguably the best player in the game today in a lot of people's eyes is Nikola Jokic. Okay, you've got guys from Serbia, Slovenia, the list goes on. Luka Doncic, where's he from? All right, Giannis Antetokounmpo, where's he from? Greece. I'm looking at a number right here. According to a news release posted just last October, the NBA currently features 120 players from 40 countries and 6 continents on its roster. I am the way your son don't need a gun to get for last season, and it's increased now. So how is that not global? How is that not the world champion?
Stop it. Get some help.
The best players from around the world descend upon America to join the National Basketball Association. Of the 450 plus players, nearly a third of them are international players. And the international players, rather than stay over there or electing to stay over in their respective countries or in Europe, China, or wherever the case may be to play basketball, they want to come to the league, the NBA, because it's the best basketball league on the planet. So Noah Lyles said a very, very, very ignorant comment because almost a third of the players are from around the world. Again, 40 countries, 6 continents. One could easily argue that NBA players compete more against international competition than he does.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. Bullshit.
You know, it's funny to see how miseducated a lot of people are, or ignorant people are. No one else has said something, and a lot of NBA players are pissed, and a lot of TikTokers, vloggers, and even TV personnel are pissed about what he said, which is the facts, what is truth. Now, I've been watching Stephen A. Smith for years now. Got nothing but respect for Stephen A. Smith, his takes. But on this one, Stephen A., you're clearly miseducated, or I don't know the word to put it in, but your logic's not because you have international players playing in the NBA makes NBA an international league. It's a club because you have teams or clubs within the United States, with the exception of this team. But you can be world champions of a domestic league. It's just based in the United States. You guys can change the name of the NBA to the WNBA. Oh shit, that's the Women National Basketball Association. So you have to go put it INBA, International Basketball Association, because you cannot be world championship of a domestic league. Yes, you got great players and quality players who watch the sport, and people from all over the world watch the sport. For the NBA, yes, it is love. For the NFL, yes, it is love. Remember, national football, national basketball, not international, not world championship basketball, but national, because those are domestic leagues. Domestic leagues cannot be world championship. In soccer or football, you got multiple countries have different leagues. Top clubs in Europe comes together to play for one championship, and that's still not world championship. We have the World Cup, which is the mecca of soccer, and that's when you represent your country that you live in. You understand? And there's no show greater than World Cup to me. Like how football is the greatest show to a lot of Americans, but it's still not an international sport. It's a domestic. So please, big up Noah Lyles, Noah Lyles, for your take and stating the fact. Come on, guys, do better than that. Get yourself educated about being domestic and international, because a lot of you guys don't know the difference between a domestic league and international league. Get yourself educated. Stay tuned.
Probably more right than wrong in regard
Something you know is true and they doubt. And then they end up seeing it. You know, there's no greater feeling.
I just
to what he said. My opinion about what he said, I thought I was a bit harsh as I reflected on it. I used the word ignorant to describe his perspective on that matter, and I think that I don't think he deserved that.
got him. Got him.
I reflected on it yesterday while flying to LA. I just felt bad about that. I mean, this is a guy that's representing our country, is doing it in elite fashion. And I'm sure that his words weren't meant to discredit any team or any individual representing our country, being a professional athlete in the world. And more importantly, I wanted to give love to my brother Boris Kodjoe, outstanding actor. I'm sure you know who he is, Molly. He's definitely a dear friend of mine, and he's a guy that, you know, is international figure as far as I'm concerned, you know, in terms of his role in the world of tennis and beyond, not just his acting ability. And he just, to be quite frank, he just gave me a thorough education last night in terms of pointing out how when you talk about world championships, he said it's usually global competitions in which individuals and or teams representing their respective countries compete for a world title, like the FIFA World Cup or the FIBA World Cup, stuff like that. It just really went into detail about the differences between the two and how unique America is in terms of labeling a national contest as world championships, when in fact it may not be the case. Now, I know NBA players come from all over, 40 different countries, 6 different continents and stuff like that. And I get all of that. And that was my position. But it didn't discredit Noah Lyles' position. And so we still disagree to some degree.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is the word ignorant, that was just inaccurate on my part and unfair to that young man. And I wanted to make sure to apologize to him and to thank Boris Kodjoe for educating me.